coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. This is Stewart again. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From his goal line here, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken right around the 44. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Off play action. Newton. Deep drop. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there. Newton again. And even 60 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll send Ginn in motion left. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, did we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Screen play, Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Over the middle, it's Thomas.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he's over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know
go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10, Siemian again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
The motion man is Fowler.
Over.
Now a 1st down throw, Siemian. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read in it, and now the rookie's free. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Newton. Buying time to his left. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Newton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Ten yards still left on second down. On second and 10, Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring,
Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe there's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They fake the give. Newton. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, Tolbert. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They come out here in the eye. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. He goes underneath for Anderson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Simeon on 1st down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Stays on his feet, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Newton now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Anderson, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a first down throw, Simeon. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Simeon. And Sanders has got it complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Denver. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the red zone now, Simeon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then?
And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long. It's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to the air. Simeon on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Simeon on fourth. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Carolina getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the